A celebration event for the game Pokemon Legends ZA is going to be happening within Pokemon Go. And I do think there's a lot of exciting stuff with this event that you will not want to ignore, and I'm going to be going over it in this video. Alright, so let's get into it. Hey, how's it going everyone? Jinsula here with a brand new Pokemon Go video. I hope your day is going really well, and let's get right into it. So, in case many of you do not know, we're going to be getting a new Pokemon game. It's going to be Pokemon Legends ZA, and it's going to be on the Nintendo Switch. And there is a lot of buzz around this game, specifically because they're going to be introducing new Mega Evolutions, and they're also going to be giving us real-time Pokemon battles, which I think is a really interesting feature that I'm curious to see how it's going to go. But one thing about this game is that it's going to be set in the Kalos region, which indicates to me that there's going to be some tie-ins to this game for the next several months leading up to the Go Tour event. But the first thing on the docket is going to be this celebration event. And I do think there are some nice little surprises with this event that I think is going to be very interesting. So let's actually go over the details for this event, and then afterwards, let me share some thoughts. The Pokemon Legends ZA celebration event is going to be happening on October 16 at 10 o'clock AM local time, and it's going to go until October 20th at 8 o'clock PM local time. The featured Pokemon for this event is going to be Chikorita, Totodile, and Tepig, and these are the three starters that you could choose from within Pokemon Legends ZA, so it totally makes sense that they're going to be the prominent Pokemon for this event. Now, in terms of the features for this event, you're actually going to be able to get the Community Day moves for Menagium, Feraligatr, and Emboar, which are of course the final evolved forms of Chikorita, Totodile, and Tepig. There's also going to be Mega Raids, which will appear more frequently, and there's also going to be avatar items related to Pokemon Legends ZA that you can get for free in the in-game shop during this event. Considering that they're free, make sure you go to the in-game shop and pick them up because I'm sure they're going to be quite exciting. In fact, I think Niantic actually released what they're going to look like, so if these are some avatar items that you would like on your avatar, make sure you pick them up. Now, there's also going to be a timed research for this event, which is going to award you with Chikorita, Totodile, and Tepig, and these are of course because they are the partners that you could choose within Pokemon Legends ZA. Now, something to keep in mind, and it's actually not listed in this infographic, but you will actually be able to get the Community Day moves for Menagium, Feraligatr, and Emboar with regular TMs during this event. To my knowledge, the first time they ever allowed you to do that. So, if you want a Menagium with Frenzy Plant, a Feraligatr with Hydro Cannon, or an Emboar with Blast Burn, you could get it either through Evolution during this event, or you could use a regular TM on any of the Pokemon you already have. So I believe this is the first time they've ever allowed us to use regular TMs to get Community Day moves on certain Pokemon. I mean, I could be wrong there, but I think this is a really unique and pretty cool feature, and I do think it's a nice surprise with this particular event. Sure, there's not much substantial content with this event. It's not like they're giving us special wild spawns, or there's not going to be anything crazy with raids or anything like that. There's not even any costume Pokemon, so I do think this event is quite simple, and some players might be disappointed by it, considering that there was a huge opportunity here for them to do something really cool tying into Pokemon Legends ZA, but essentially this is just going to be an event that puts a lot of spotlights on Pokemon Legends ZA. That's essentially it. It's just to remind you that there is another Pokemon game coming out, and they're going to be featuring the three starters that you could get from that game. And yeah, I think it's pretty interesting. Now, in terms of whether or not it's going to be useful to have the Community moves on any of these Pokemon, I will say so. I think for all three of them, it does actually add a lot of value to those Pokemon. It's not necessarily going to make them meta relevant or anything like that, but I do think these three Pokemon can be very useful when it comes to PvP. So if you want to get one with a Community Day move, just keep in mind that, yeah, you can get it with regular TMs as opposed to an Elite Charge TM, and I think that's pretty cool. But aside from that, there's nothing really much going on with this event. I will say it is very simple, but that's not necessarily an issue, considering that literally during this event, it's going to be the new level cap. The new level cap is going to be happening literally the day before this event starts, so I think a lot of players are going to be busy with that regardless. And yeah, this event is essentially just them changing things up just a little bit, and I think that's perfectly fine, in my opinion. But essentially, that's it. Yeah, there's nothing really else to cover. You're going to be able to get community day moves with DMs, I think for the first time, and there's going to be those 3 starters: Totodile, Chikorita, and Tepig. That's it. Yeah. In any case, that's going to be it for this video. Definitely share your thoughts regarding this event down below in the comments. What do you think about this event? Do you feel like it's actually really exciting? Do you feel like there's something that I completely missed that does deserve a lot of attention? Or do you feel like, yeah, this is basically a very simple, not that exciting event? Or do you feel like this event is perfect for what it's meant to be? Definitely share all of your thoughts down below, and also tell me about Pokemon ZA, what your thoughts are on that game. Are you excited for that? Do you feel like the new Mega Evolutions are going to be really cool? Yeah, just share all your thoughts, and let's have a great discussion. And thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if it's your first time here, and don't forget that notification bell so you know exactly when I upload videos. And real quick, let me give a shout out to all of my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support the Content Slow channel, the best way you could do that is always going to be by joining my Patreon. If you go to the link in the description below, you can go to my Patreon page, and if you become a paid Patreon member, I'm going to personally add you to my Pokemon Go friends list. So that means for stuff like remote raids, the friendship system, opening and sending gifts, different things like that, if you want to interact with me in Pokemon Go, then make sure you go and check out my Patreon. Again, a link to it is in the description below. And if you want to support my channel in a completely different way, you could always do so by following me on social media. My handle is @Jinsula. I'm on the platforms you see right now on the bottom of your screen. Make sure you go over there and give me a follow, and that'll be a huge help to my channel, and you'll have access to some exclusive content, and you'll be able to keep up with my life. And hopefully that is somewhat exciting. I don't know. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself. Make sure you look at yourself in the mirror, tell yourself that you're awesome today, because I think you're awesome, and I'll catch you all later.